Just a few months ago, my agency was completely stuck. Seriously, I was drowning in manual work for every client. I couldn't scale, and my income hit this frustrating ceiling that I just couldn't break through. I was trading every single hour of my life for money. Then I stumbled upon a simple way to package AI automation services for clients, and it changed everything. This isn't a magic button or get-rich-quick fantasy. This is the step-by-step playbook that took me from constantly stressed to finally breaking the $10,000 a week barrier. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too. Let me show you what my life looked like before this shift. My agency was my whole world, but honestly, it felt more like a prison I was building for myself. Every new client meant more late nights, more custom work, and my brain being pulled in a million different directions. My business model was simple. A client pays for my time. I give them my time, but what's the problem? There are only 24 hours a day. I was maxed out at around $4,000 to $5,000 a month, and I was working myself to the bone to even get that. And a vacation? Yeah, right. That was a joke. If I wasn't working, I wasn't earning. Simple as that. Even worse, I was so buried in the day-to-day grind, manually updating spreadsheets, writing reports, managing all these tedious tasks, that I had zero time to think about actually growing the business. I'd see other people scaling their agencies, and I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. My clients were happy, my work was good, but the model itself was fundamentally broken. It was designed for me to burn out, not to build an empire. The anxiety was relentless. I knew that losing just one client could destroy my monthly income, and the thought of getting more clients just filled me with dread. I knew I couldn't handle it, and something had to change. The big breakthrough didn't come from some new productivity app or a guru's webinar. It came from a total mindset shift. I was scrolling through forums one night, reading about how huge companies use AI, not just for silly chatbots, but to automate the entire internal operations. They weren't just saving time. They were building intelligent systems that ran 24/7 without a person inside. And that's when it hit me. Why was I selling my manual labor by the hour when I could build an automated system and sell that instead? Instead of being the guy who manually recovers abandoned carts for a client, what if I built an AI agent that did it automatically 24/7 and way more efficiently? Instead of manually forecasting inventory, what if I created a workflow that could predict demand with scary accuracy? Small and medium-sized businesses have the exact same expensive problems as giant corporations, but they can't afford $1 million consulting firm to come in and fix them. And here's the real secret. They don't want to buy AI. They want to buy a result. They want more customers, lower costs, and less time wasted on stupid tasks. I realized I could be the one who build these solutions as repeatable, packaged services. I could finally stop being a freelancer, trading my time for dollars, and become a business owner selling valuable, scalable systems. This was the key. In this process, I wouldn't be selling my time anymore. I'll be selling an outcome. So I developed a playbook to turn this idea into actual money. I call it the FAST framework. And it's the 4-step process I use to get organized and make this happen. It stands for find the friction, automate the outcome, sell the system, and track the transformation. First up, F is for find the friction. You can't sell a solution if you don't know the problem. The biggest mistake I see people make is trying to sell AI automation as this vague idea. It's meaningless. You have to find a specific, high-value pain point for a specific type of business. I decided to go all in on e-com. It's a huge market, and online stores are constantly dealing with operational headaches. I just didn't guess what their problems were. I became a fly on the wall where they hang out. I lurked in Reddit threads, Facebook groups, and industry forums, and I just listened. They were all complaining about the same things: losing thousands to abandoned carts, the nightmare of managing inventory, and the constant fight against fraud. These aren't some small annoyances. These are multi-thousand-dollar problems. That's the friction you're looking for. A real pain point with a dollar sign attached to it. Second, A is for automate the outcome. Once you've found that expensive pain point, you build the machine that fixes it. This is where you package your service. And look, I didn't go out and try to build some massive all-in-one AI platform. I started with one specific problem. Take the abandoned cart issue. I used a no-code tool like make.com to build an intelligent workflow. This wasn't just a basic email reminder. The system could analyze customer behavior, personalize the messages, and even offer a smart one-time discount to seal the deal. All on autopilot. The key here is packaging. I turned this workflow into a product called the Done-for-You Revenue Recovery System. It wasn't just a bunch of tech. It was a solution. I set up my pricing based on the value it delivered. My model was a one-time setup fee, usually between $2,000 and $5,000, and then a smaller monthly retainer like $500 to $1,000 for maintenance. That way I got paid for the setup and built up a recurring revenue. Third is the S, and the S is for sell the system. So now you've built the machine, right? But how do you actually get clients? You don't just send cold emails saying, hey, wanna buy my AI thing? It's the fastest way to get ignored. You have to lead with value. My go-to strategy was offering a free AI operations audit. I'll find an e-com store and spend 30 minutes digging into their site. I'd analyze the checkout flow and support process and pinpoint exactly where they were probably losing money. Then I'd record a quick personalized video for the founder. I'd say something like, hey, I noticed you're likely losing around this thousands of dollars a month because of this specific friction point. I've actually built a system that automates this whole process. Can I show you how it works for 15 minutes next week? See how that flips the script? You're not a pushy salesperson anymore. You're an expert who has already given them free value. How? You've diagnosed the problem and have the remedy ready to go. The sales call becomes a natural next step, not a cringy pitch. And finally, the T is for track the transformation. This part is non-negotiable. You have to prove your system works. Businesses don't care about fancy tech. They care about ROI. Before I touched anything, I'll document the baseline numbers. What's the conversion rate? How much money are they actually losing to abandoned carts every month? Then, after my system went live, I tracked every single thing. I'd set up a simple dashboard showing the before and after. When you can go to a client and say, we turned on the system 30 days ago and it's already recovered $8,000 in lost sales and boosted your average order value by 15%, you became a hero. That data is your proof. It's what turns a one-time project into a long-term partnership. And it's the best testimonial you could ever ask for. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but hitting 10 bands a week or even a month must require a tons of clients, right? I mean, no, not really. Not with this model. Let me break down the maths from my first real month doing this. I landed just 2 main clients, okay? Client A was an e-com brand drowning in inventory issues. I sold them my inventory forecasting and automation package. They paid a 3-band setup fee and a $1,000 monthly retainer. Client B had a monster of a cart abandoning problem. I sold them my revenue recovery system. They paid easily a $2,500 setup fee and a $750 monthly retainer. So in month 1, from just 2 clients, the revenue would be like $3,000 plus 1,000 plus 2,500 plus 750, which comes out to 7.2k. Then I also did a smaller one-off project for another company, building a custom reporting system for 1,500. The total revenue that month, 8,750. I mean, I was so close. The next month, with the retainers already kicking in, I only had to land a few more clients to easily clear the $10,000 mark. The beauty of this is that retainers create this stable, predictable income that just grows with every single client. Before you run off and start building, I have to give you the one warning I wish I had. The single biggest mistakes you can make is overpromising and under-delivering. Listen, AI is not a magic wand. It's an incredibly powerful tool, but it has limits. Be completely transparent with your clients about what it can and can't do. Also, this is not a set it and forget it business. AI still needs a human brain to guide it. You're being paid for your expertise in building and managing the system. Always test out your automations, watch their performance, and be ready to make tweaks. Your reputation is everything, and it's built on delivering real, reliable results. And that's it. That's how I went from a completely burnt-out agency owner to building a scalable, profitable business that broke the $10,000 a week ceiling. It wasn't about learning to code or having a huge marketing budget. It was about shifting my thinking from selling hours to selling systems and following that fast framework. The window of opportunity to do this is wide open right now. Businesses are desperate for solutions that save time and make money, and AI has made it easier than ever to be that person who provides them. And if you still need help in starting or scaling your business, there's a link in my description where you can book a free consultation call with our agency. You can click the link in the description and book a free session with us, and we can build something serious together. The meeting we would have is the perfect place to start if you're really serious about this. And I can show you the exact templates I use for my AI audits, detailed guides on packaging these services, and even some behind the scenes looks at the automations I'm building for my clients. So you can join in for free with the link in the description. And always remember, money follows systems, not effort. And when you successfully do that, money will follow you automatically.